Thank you. And I call Mr. Stewart Dickson.
Thank you, Principal Deputy Speaker. I welcome this debate today. I also want to make it very clear that I will be supporting the motion and opposing the amendment. This motion does give us an opportunity to debunk some of the myths and indeed some of the fears that have been created around this particular organisation. There is absolutely no doubt that the absence of a fully functioning national crime agency is negatively impacting on our ability to deal with serious and organised crime. There is clear, precise and statistical evidence available, and has been since the National Crime Agency came into being on the 7th of October 2013. What bit of since 2013 you have had time to sort all of this out do you not understand? I'll come on to accountability. The Justice Minister has said that there is now clear evidence of a major gap in our ability to tackle serious crime. We are not isolated from or immune from these problems in Northern Ireland. There is, as others have said, people trafficking, extortion, money laundering, robbery, drug smuggling and many other serious crimes going on. There are people in this House who, by their actions, are assisting all of those crimes to take place. Let us not put too fine a point on it. There are people in this place who are assisting and allowing those crimes to proceed against our citizens in Northern Ireland, and I say shame upon you. There are international issues that require an international response. And the purpose of the NCA is to connect our neighbourhood policing to our national policing and our international crime-fighting agencies. The effect of the NCA not operating was explained recently in more detail by the Minister when he told us there are examples involving child abuse, money laundering and drug importation where the responses were arguably less than effective than they could have been had we been able to join up right from the very ground, from neighbourhood policing through national policing in Northern Ireland and right across the UK, reaching right across Europe and beyond its borders. We have seen an effect on asset recovery. The police are unable to target the assets of criminals, and the less money that is being taken off criminals, and we know that the proceeds of that goes to communities, but the important thing is that many criminals can only actually be dealt with effectively by hitting them where it hurts, and that is quite often in the pocket. Facing international criticism, and reference has also been made to this, with the UN Committee on the Rights of the Child has expressed strong concerns about the absence of necessary powers to effectively address child exploitation. Our police resources are under strain, and we have all heard in recent days the debate around the budget. The effect of this and the failure to introduce the NCA has been to skew resources to the PSNI, which could have been met nationally by the NCA. You are effectively making us pay for things that other people in the rest of the United Kingdom are having paid for them through the NCA. There are serious and urgent needs for a solution. While it appears to me, at least, that Sinn Féin are beyond the pale in this debate, it is disappointing that the SDLP have yet still not been able to come up to the mark when it comes to actually acknowledging what has been done and what has been achieved since the agency came into force in 2013. They do have fears and they have concerns, but I believe they have been addressed, and the time is now to accept that they've been addressed. You cannot have everything, and you're not going to get everything, but the time has come when you need to accept that what is on offer is not only the best for all of the citizens in Northern Ireland, but is substantially more than many other regions in the rest of the United Kingdom. Let us be absolutely clear what has been offered. What has been offered is the NCA cannot use constabulary powers without the approval of the Chief Constable. The Director General can be called to attend the Policing Board, making him answerable on how their annual plan is to be implemented, taking account of the Northern Ireland Policing Plan. The Police Ombudsman's remit will cover all functions of the NCA, and Criminal Justice Inspector's role will be extended. It is therefore nonsensical for parties to suggest that there is a lack of accountability. There is more accountability here than any other part of the United Kingdom. I will.
Thank the member for giving way. And I'm glad that he's outlining the degree of accountability that does exist. It's just unfortunate that the mover of the amendment has absented himself from the chamber, who was outlining the exact opposite and was saying that there wasn't accountability.
The member has almost a minute left.
Thank you. I wholeheartedly agree with Mr Campbell. Indeed, it's increasingly looking like a deliberate plan to oppose NCA in all circumstances, rather than to accept. I would have accepted. The Speaker's only given me 1 minute, and I need to finish this. It is looking like a deliberate plan to oppose the NCA and its operation in Northern Ireland in all circumstances. Members now need to show maturity and recognise the significant package that is on offer, and I would encourage Mr McGuinness and others to weigh up what is now being offered. You're not going to cross every T and dot every last I when it comes to this, and what's on your shopping list isn't necessarily on everybody else's shopping list. There are many people in this community, in this society, will be asking after this debate today, why is the SDLP acting so unreasonably and not picking up on what has been offered in order to defend all of our citizens by the introduction of the NCA?
Thank you, Principal Deputy Speaker. Tomorrow